Hi, my name is Paul, and this is my story.
They say that children always look up to the adults in their life as role models. My grandfather was mine. He was an amazing man, had great stories to tell, and I loved it. But it was more than that. I respected him. He sacrificed because it was the right thing to do. He'd been in the first wave of the landings in Normandy in 1944. His stories I could listen to for hours, and I knew it was like a calling to serve. In 1983 I joined the army. I loved it. After my first year, I felt like I needed more. Like there was something I had to do. So I started my combat medic training. Helping others in need was second nature to me, and I knew how important that was. After being deployed to Ireland in the late 80s, which wasn't a great place to be, I joined the Royal Army Medical Corps and trained as an operating theatre technician. In the beginning of the 90s, I saw deployment to the Gulf War, and not long after, I was in Bosnia. Then when I returned, I went back to my role in the operating department, and this was a very rewarding job. In the 2000s, I spent my time travelling with the conflicts happening, going back and forth, bringing soldiers home, caring for them on flights if they needed the care. And that's, well, where it ends. I departed and became a civilian again. I'm not sure when it all went downhill, but it did. And I felt alone, lost, afraid, like I had lost my identity. And then, being diagnosed with PTSD, you would think it was the stage to recovery, but it wasn't. It just got harder. And then I ended up in the hospital after trying to take my own life. But I did get the help, and I started to lift myself back up. But the last few years, I've been struggling. I felt so tired all the time. And I remember the day, it was like a dream, sitting with my doctor, looking at the blood test results. Hairy-celled leukemia. What do you even say to that? How do you respond? Treatment started straight away. And then in 2020, COVID hit the world. And I have to isolate from everyone. My family, my loved ones. And go through chemo, almost on my own. And there was those feelings of despair again. I've never been so afraid. On the brighter side, things are going well. But the treatments have come at a cost. My kidneys don't work like they should. And I've suffered neurological damage. I have terrible memory loss. And I slur my words, almost like I've been in the pub with the lads having a few too many jars. But it's the pain. That's the toughest part. It's my bones, they just hurt. And painkillers, they only relieve the pain for a while. I struggle to sit. Just to sit in a chair. I've been keeping active. I started studying to keep my mind going. And I love gaming. I love to game. But You know, it's difficult to stay seated for a long time. My wife Joanne, she's been here every step of the way. She's my rock and my strength. And she helps me find that fight when I have nothing left to give. She is my world.